Okay, this is just the beginning. We have got a Congress that is dead set to fit in the other piece of the puzzle that our president needs to put together the North American Union. You first demolish the borders. You eliminate the middle class, the labor unions, and then you create the North American Union between Mexico, Canada, and the United States. And I think, this is a question, do you think Bush's plan is to have his legacy written by historians that he was, how can I put this in words, the father of the North American Union, like George Washington was considered the father of America?
Yes.
A little food for thought. I don't know, but there's some bizarre reason why the chief executive of 300 million Americans is not following the Constitution, ignoring the rule of law, blatantly ignoring it, and trying to get two members of Border Patrol locked up for 11 and 12 years, Agent Campion and Agent Romas, down in El Paso. There's something very wrong with that case, and we gotta work on it to get those people free.
Free Border Patrol agents!
Yeah. Now, you know, there's a little problem with this nation's ability to universally apply the rule of law. Have we all noticed that?
Yeah.
It's applied here against her, but she's ignored because, for whatever reason, she's of wealth or has power like the plantation owners out there. But he will be the next victim. He has to obey the rule of law. She has to. But Karaman, no, he's on our side. We don't apply. Okay, I'm going to make this brief. What has happened here? Up until 10 years, for the last 10 years, they have been doing the same thing that the Minuteman Project did for 30 days at Miracle Valley Bible College. Dr. Harder sent me a letter. He has lost his appeals. Cochise County, Arizona, county ordinance has levied him a $10,000 fine, or they're going to take his property, his church property, and sell it on auction. He's got $9,000 of legal fees. And if they can do that to a sole American who's not a wealthy man as punishment for aiding and abetting a law-abiding multi-ethnic group like the Minuteman Project, then why the hell aren't they doing it to these home builders? Party Homes and KB Horton?
Yeah!
Why? Do you see the discrepancy here? There's a serious problem. This is happening all over the country. If you are of wealth, and it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, because both of these parties now are corrupted. They are both parties of wealth. I'm a Republican. I just came back into the Republican Party 6 weeks ago after a 10-year exodus, because I'm going to be part of fixing that party and throwing out the 60% of political rot.
Right. Yeah.
But we have to do it to the Democrats, too. Who is representing us?
Right here.
We have no one representing us because we are not of wealth. We are not plantation owners. We are not slave traders. These companies here, who's ever running this tomato farm here, I can guarantee it. By the way, I have an MBA in taxation. I'm a California CPA. They are making at least $40 million per year, at least, above and beyond what they would in the prevailing marketplace for their product. And they're getting that through income tax evasion, something that we all go to jail for.
Yeah.
But why are they not in jail? Something that we do every year, and every day we get a paycheck. But why doesn't that apply to them? Why doesn't it apply to Nancy Pelosi, who owns 25 restaurants that hire illegal aliens, 1,000 strong, and no union laborers? She owns 2 vineyards and a resort community she has a heavy investment in with her husband. Her tax fraud and payroll fraud equates to about somewhere between 4 and 6 million per year. Over 10 years, that's almost $50 billion if you add on the interest earnings on it. This is horrendous. What's happening to this country? We've got to fix it.
We are not in Mexico.
Yes! They're here!
Yeah.
Oh.
And at the current rate of invasion, by the year 2025, with more than 5 million illegal aliens just from the southern border alone. Doesn't include our seaports and our northern border, but just from the southern border alone, 5+ million per year coming in here unapprehended. Those are the ones that the Border Patrol cannot detain. At that rate of invasion, it increases about 10, maybe 20% per year. You're looking at more illegal aliens occupying United States territory by the year 2025 than there will be legal citizen voters. The consequences will be staggering. In the year 2030, you'll see the very first attempt to introduce Spanish as the primary language, trumping English. No! This is not hysteria. No! It's not fantasy. This is what will happen under our current lack of enforcement of our rules of law. And this is why those laws were set up almost 100 years ago, to prevent a Trojan horse covert takeover of the United States of America. Why in damn hell are those laws not being enforced?
Exactly.
I'm going to leave you with my famous quotes, paraphrasing Captain John Parker, very first Minuteman at Lexington Green on April 19th, 1775, as he and 77 Minutemen stood up against 1,000 redcoats, armed to the teeth. He said to them, "Minutemen," of course in this case, "Minutemen, women, and children, stand your ground. And if it's a war our political governors want, then we will fight them. And we will fight them with the First Amendment and within the rule of law, and we will not quit." Yeah.